What's going on, everybody? So today I woke up, looked up into the Edison Format Discord, and I saw this crazy list that was like adapted off my recurring nightmare thing that was playing Reptilianne Vaskii. So I decided to make my own version, which is a bit different. Their build was playing like Snake Rain. I decided to go full in on Quick Draw after some testing with that. Didn't really like it. So I ended up with this. I think there are a few potential tweaks you could make. Maybe like one more Zero Defender would be all right. I don't know. It felt a lot of fun. It felt like it's a deck that really has some potential. So led to some pretty interesting gameplay. Obviously, Vaskii, for those of you who don't know what it does, you can special summon it by tributing 2/0 attack monsters. So you can basically use like Dandy tokens or Fires of Doomsday tokens to just cheese this guy out, and then it has an effect that lets you pop a face-up monster, and it can still attack that turn, so it's an alright sort of boss monster to kind of throw into this quick draw deck. Gives you like an extra way to extend and push, which you're going to see from these replays. So this is what I kind of threw together, and these were the matches that I had. All right, first one up against Colgate. I think they were playing their crazy like cat power tool combo thing with Archfiend of Guildford. It's a wild deck. You gotta check that out. Well, you're gonna get to see some of it, I think. But here I decide to like sort of mind game the Raikou, which is a pretty good way of playing charge. So I just go for my Cyber Valley draws. I decide to dig more because if I find like a quick draw here, which I play 3 of, it'd be really insane. But I don't. I find Dust Shoot, which is also really insane. So we get to Dust Shoot the opponent. I take Lone Fire here, but they got a lot of pretty decent starter monsters in their hand, so it's kind of hard to mess up their hand too badly. However, we do see that we don't have a lot to worry about in terms of making Drill Warrior. So we go for that, get our like loop set up, set the Raikou, banish. I think, okay, here they end up going Arcanite Magician and popping my board, which is a nice little play for them. So I'm going to take 14. And then I bring back Drill. We get the Dandy. So we can... I decide to hold off on summoning Vaskii for a turn, actually. I just go set Fires of Doomsday, banish the Dandy. So, yeah. We go end phase Doomsday, draw for turn. So now we can, like, Caius and Vaskii, and that should just be, like, game over. So we get the Level Leader banish, go for the Caius, hit direct, and that's going to be it. So definitely some cool stuff going on there. Game 2, we open another pretty good hand, honestly. We got the Torrential set behind the Sangan here. I feel like I have to do it because I'm going to get Herbellum looped if I don't. I go straight for Drill Warrior here, thinking I'll probably just force out the back row and then, summon Card Trooper. But the back row doesn't end up doing anything. It was actually pulling the rug all along, which is a little odd that they brought this in because I think it only really interacts with Caius. But here they start comboing, so you can see they're playing the Symbols of Duty. I think they're also playing like Falling Down and Mark of the Rose, which we saw Mark last game. So they got a bunch of ways of like taking control of stuff. You can do some crazy OTKs. You can go really positive with the Power Tool. So it's an interesting deck for sure. I might have to do some kind of Power Tool list on here as well. Here I decided to just tag out, go bring Caius. See if I can force like a... I thought it was Mirror Force, so I was trying to force it there, but it ended up being the pulling the rug. So they're able to actually get back into the Power Tool here. They end up adding Falling Down. They hit over. We just keep looping Drill, though. I go for the Caius. Unfortunately, we weren't able to find a line for game here. But we pretty much should win next turn with the Drill Warrior coming back. They actually decide to kill themselves here with the Falling Down, I think. This is a really cool combo, actually. That you can like get the Archfiend Guildford on the field and then just Falling Down. But Falling Down makes them take 8 during my standby phase, so they just die before I even get to bring back Drill Warrior. So extremely Chad way to lose a duel by Colgate there. Anyway, on to the next match. This one up against Black Wings, I think. Game 1, we're going second, and our opponent opens a Whirlwind Normal Summon, and our hand is like pretty mediocre. So I feel like I've already pretty much lost this one. We're going to try, though. We're going to try our best. We go for Trooper hits. We get booked, which is whatever, because that gives us a free pass to just make Drill Warrior. So here I feel like maybe I got a chance. They get super aggro here. I'm not sure I'd have done this play. I feel like I would value killing both more than Well, I don't know. It's hard to say because the trooper's just gonna replace itself. But we just get rid of the drill. We go attack with that. Force out the Clue, which is what we were going for. We go for the Vaskii. We pop that. So we can try to survive another turn, but they have a Blizzard, which is going to make our life really hard. We take a ton of damage here. And we go for Doomsday here. Alright, so we bring back Dandelion. We're going to try to stay alive one more turn. Freaking Caius, get rid of the Piercer attack. I think we just eat Mirror Force here. But we are dead for that. We are dead from that, so unfortunate. If we'd drawn that Dust Shoot sooner, actually, maybe it would have been better. I don't know. If we'd drawn Storm ever, definitely would have been good, too. Here we go for the Dust Shoot. I decided to take that. It was a little bit greedy, leaving the Dad, because Dad could potentially get live at some point. They set everything. I don't know. This player just doesn't play around Heavy Storm. They're just one of those crazy guys, you know? Here we go. I figure this Trag's probably going to die. We try to stop that, but we, of course, know they have the MST. They take our Sangan. They play into the Fader, which they didn't need to do that. They could have probably just waited. So we attack. We attack. I mean, from here we pretty much win unless they draw, like, I don't know, some way to set up Dad, which I don't think is really possible. But we hit the back row, and then we mill the Vaskii, Recurring Nightmare, add back 2 Vaskiis. The fact that you can recur back, like, just a boss monster kind of type of thing is, like, really cool. So game 3, our hand is, it's mediocre. Our opponent drew all monsters, but all monsters can be kind of workable in Blackwings. We get a pretty sick Torrential here, of course, but they are still going to clear our field with the Bora plus that. We get some unfortunate draws at some point in the middle of this game, which I think maybe cost us. They have 2 Kalutes. They go Brio. This was super greedy. I don't know. Brioing the back row like that. We get a draw. They hit over our token. They probably should have, like, bounced a token, to be honest. Or, I don't know. Maybe just bounced the Card Trooper. But we hit over. Unfortunately, they have another Blizzard, which the Blizzards just keep on coming, and they don't stop coming in this game. We can try to stay alive with Cyber Valley. They probably should have just allured and tried to find an out there. This turn, we're going to go for Vaskii, pop their board, which is pretty good. Yeah. So here, they're going to go for big damage. We draw Quick Draw finally, which if we'd drawn this earlier, we might have been able to win this game too. We were in a lot of positions here where Quick Draw would have been insane. But we go for Recurring Nightmare. We're just going to try to stay alive one more turn with the Fader and then maybe make a big push, but opponent draws Whirlwind now, which is a problem. So we are going to live with the Battle Fader. I think we have an issue this turn where we can't get rid of both of the threats, because we kind of just drew this useless-ass Cyber Dragon, which maybe I shouldn't have even boarded in, but it is what it is. So they're going to, of course, collude over my guy, whatever. This Mirror Force, though, is going to be an issue. I know I made a bit of a misplay. First, we draw another useless dead-ass card, which, unfortunate. If we'd drawn this sooner, it would have been a big deal, too. But here we go for Caius. I think I end up figuring, like, if this is a battle trap and they top deck one of the, like, 5 cards in their deck that kills me, then, like, whatever. I'm just going to play into it. But that is what happens, ultimately. So, a little bit of a short end of the stick there for me in that game number 3. It's probably winnable. If I'd maybe done something a little bit differently, or if I had, like, one thing break differently. But we did end up eating the L in a very close game 3 against Blackwings. However, this deck, still a lot of fun. I definitely enjoyed it a lot. I definitely feel like there's some potential there if I went more in-depth on trying to, like, figure out how to optimize this build and really, like, learning the interactions and the card combinations and whatnot. So, might be doing more of that in the future. We'll see. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Be sure to leave a like if you did. Be sure to comment. Be sure to subscribe to the channel. See you next time.